You are looking live over Atlanta Motor Speedway.
It's officially race weekend here in Georgia, and we could not be more excited.
Hey everyone, and welcome to a special edition of WGXA News at 5. We are on the road today. I'm Greg Lloyd.
And I'm Amanda Peralta. We're live today at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's week number 2 at the NASCAR schedule, and we can't wait for the high-banked action right here at AMS.
For the next hour, we'll get you ready for the race weekend with live driver interviews, how the AMS is getting ready for you, and what you can expect both off and on the track.
But first, we got to find out what Mother Nature has planned for race weekend. So far, it's been absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous day here. Meteorologist Ryan Mirando is here live, keeping an eye to the sky and an eye on your forecast. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Greg, Amanda. It was a little wet this morning, and it's going to be, though, a really nice weekend for some racing. The only caveat, it's a little bit windy today, and it's windy tomorrow. I'm standing out front of the Air Titans, where they had to use them this morning. It sprays pressurized air onto the tracks to dry them off after the showers this morning. The great news, these will be parked here all weekend long. We won't need them. Check out the forecast for the weekend for the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's really nice. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, up to 62 degrees. It will be a little bit windy tomorrow with winds gusting up to about 30 miles per hour. But Sunday, for the Big and Better Health 400, it is going to be spectacular. 64 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, so an amazing weekend. Usually, the racing weekend here in Atlanta doesn't happen until March, because when you think of February, well, it's a little bit cold and it's wet, and that is not going to be the case this weekend. It's going to be really nice for the NASCAR fans and racing. Satellite and radar showing the front that pushed through this morning brought us some clouds, some showers around. That's clearing out with a windy breeze, but it's bringing in some drier air. So this weekend's going to be really nice, but there's really no cold air behind it. Temperatures in Middle Georgia right now, several degrees above average. McRae right now, 74 degrees. It's right now 69 degrees in Macon and 67 in Monticello. So it's a really nice Friday night. If you're heading out, it still will be a little bit breezy. We'll have that clearing sky. The wind should help mix up the atmosphere a little bit. So temperatures dropping off into the low 40s through the overnight hours. And if you're coming up to the race on Sunday, grab the sunglasses. It's going to be spectacular by 2 o'clock, 70 degrees. Temperatures cooling into the upper 50s by 6. And then we get a really big taste of spring next week. I'll talk more about that coming up in the full Skywatch weather forecast. Greg, Amanda, back to you.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Now's a great time to download the WGXA weather app. Scan the QR code on your screen to download the app straight to your smartphone or device. That way, you can keep an eye on the hour-by-hour forecast right here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Ryan is back in less than 20 minutes with your 10-day forecast. Let's kick things off with what every NASCAR fan needs to know about this weekend. AMS General Manager Brandon Hutchinson is live with us right now.
Now, Brandon, we appreciate you joining us live here today. And to start us off, we really wanted to ask you, what can visitors expect from the Xfinity Series here this weekend?
Well, what they need to know is that if they're not here, they're missing out, right? So
Absolutely.
Hopefully you're planning on being at Atlanta Motor Speedway. But hey, listen, the weather's going to be great. Fans just need to know that we've been preparing for a year for them. So it's going to be a lot of fun. The Xfinity Series, the Truck Series, the Cup Series, we've got it all at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And when cars aren't on track, we're going to make sure that we've got a lot of entertainment going on in the campgrounds.
You never disappoint here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So let's talk a little bit about day by day. What's going on tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, we've got the Xfinity Series qualifying for the Raptor King of Tough 250, which is going to go off tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Tonight, we've got the Bandolero and Legends racing on the quarter-mile Thunder Ring track, which sits on the front stretch of Atlanta Motor Speedway. We've got so much going on. We've got the Camper Appreciation Party at 6 o'clock. And golly, last night we had Laps for Charity. Last night we had a pedal party. Tomorrow night we got a big party in the infield. So when cars aren't on track, we're going to be partying.
Still excited.
It sounds like a lot of fun and a lot of partying.
Yeah, you got to come out. I hear it's your first time to Atlanta Motor Speedway. We've got to get you back out here. I can promise you, like I said, we've been preparing for a year. We're a world-class racing facility, but more than that, we try to make sure that if you choose to come to Atlanta Motor Speedway, you get as much bang for your buck as humanly possible. People work hard for their money, so we want to make sure we give them what they paid for.
And Brandon, you all have been investing a lot into Atlanta Motor Speedway in the last few years. I know since I saw you 2 years ago, a lot of upgrades, a lot of things have changed. It was already spectacular, but you just keep adding to. A good thing gets better.
Yeah, absolutely. For us, it's all about the fans, right? So whether it's the Bootleggers Bar that we introduced a couple of years ago or the brand new gates that are going to help our fans get into the facility quicker. We're going to streamline the gate process so you spend more time in the facility. We got a brand new public address facility, so it's not one of those things that you notice right offhand, but when you hear the crisp, clean quality, it's going to be a big upgrade for our fans. So we make sure that, hey, the fans choose to come here. We want to make sure they have a good time.
Now, along with those fan experiences that you mentioned you guys have added, I've also heard that you've made a lot of renovations to the track. What has that feedback been from the drivers?
Amazing. You know, there was a lot of question going into the renovations that we made 2 years ago. We raised the banking from 24 degrees to 28 degrees, and it completely changed the style of racing at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We're an intermediate length track that races like a super speedway, so we're kind of a hybrid, which means we race a little bit like a short track too, because we're a mile shorter than your traditional super speedway. So it's white knuckle racing for 400 miles for the driver. It's edge of your seat excitement for the fans that choose to come be with us for the Ambetter Health 400.
Well, Brendan, based on what you know right now, do you have an estimate of how many fans you expect to welcome here this weekend?
A ton.
A ton? I would say so.
We got a bunch coming. You know, we're going to have great weather, and in the Atlanta area, there's great weather windows in the spring and in the fall, and we're in one right now. So we hope to have over 100,000 fans with us on Sunday. We're going to have fans with us all weekend long. The best way to take in a NASCAR race weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway is to camp. So we know a lot of them are already here.
So I need to ask, because of course there are people that are like me, is it too late to still get tickets?
That's a great question. You know, they're going fast because the weather forecast is so amazing. But AtlantaMotorspeedway.com, we still do have some great tickets available for those that haven't made plans yet.
Great.
All right. Thank you so much, Brendan.
No,
We
thank you all
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Absolutely. Well, you know, as Brandon was just saying a moment ago, many people get excited about the races, and they have set up camp right here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Yeah, Greg, and our Brianna Cook spoke with some people about the art of camping at the racetrack, and she joins us live now.
Greg and Amanda, I spoke with several campers who are excited to be here, some traveling up from Florida, while some just traveled 30 minutes away from Stockbridge. But they all told me why they love NASCAR. NASCAR is here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Campers have been here all week just to see the racing begin on Saturday. This year, there were 2 first campers since they arrived at the same exact time. Robert Griffin was one of them, and he came all the way from Florida. He says he's been a NASCAR fan for years, so camping out is a way of showing them love.
Just to support one of the sports that we enjoy. We just love NASCAR and been watching since for years, you know, some of the dirt tracks back in our area back in the day, and we just enjoy racing.
The other first camper, Patrick Stickler, came from Barnesville. He says he enjoys camping out for NASCAR because of all the other campers.
Everybody's so friendly, and you know, if you need something, we all help each other. You don't have to be part of our camping group. Everybody will help everyone, so it's just a really nice experience.
NASCAR camping has turned into another family for some. Brandon Bain from Savannah says he's been coming to see NASCAR for years.
Huge for us. I mean, we look forward to this. This whole road through turn 2 has been family. A lot of these people have been here 20 plus years, so it's one, maybe twice a year you get to actually see your NASCAR family. And it's always a blast.
Ben Herbst says the NASCAR experience is unforgettable.
The smell of that fuel, you can smell the excitement in the air. There's 40,000 of our closest friends here. I mean, it's truly an event.
Now coming up later, I'll check out the fan zone, and it's a great place for people to hang out in between races. Reporting live at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, Brianna Cook, WGXA News.
Thanks, Brianna. That looks like so much fun. Everyone here at Atlanta Motor Speedway has been busy getting ready for this weekend.
They certainly have, Amanda. And for regular visitors, you're going to notice some really big improvements. In fact, 3 brand new gatehouses were built in the off-season. They are the Johnson Champions and Earnhardt Grandstands. The structures boost eye-catching architecture and an intelligent design to expedite guest entry. Inspired by the rustic yet modern look of the Bootlegger's Bar, these gatehouses aim to provide convenience and aesthetic appeal to attendees of various events at the Speedway. The new gatehouses were completed just in time, by the way, for this weekend.
And it wouldn't be race weekend without a fresh coat of paint on the walls on the track, but it took a brave crew to repaint the track lettering. Check out this video. Using a few cans of bright red paint and some really brave men, the letter spelling out Atlanta Motor Speedway got a fresh coat of paint ahead of this weekend. Hanging hundreds of feet in the air, we are thankful those harnesses worked. They did a great job.
Yes, they did. The roar of the engines here at AMS is something everyone looks forward to, but that's not the only thing you'll be hearing this weekend. The track has upgraded its public address system. Fans will be able to better hear important announcements and the racing action thanks to the new PA system. New speakers will bring action to every fan around the track, now better than ever before.
Yeah, experience matters in pro sports, and a little gray hair can be an important thing to a winning culture.
Absolutely it can. But last year, half of NASCAR's 36 races were won by drivers 30 years old or younger, signaling a changing of the guard. Chris Womack has that story.
NASCAR fans are a bunch that don't embrace change very quickly. Especially true with their favorite drivers. But no one can compete for forever, and the changing of the guard is underway.
I mean, I think it's kind of been that way for the last couple of years. You know, a lot of change has gone on and a lot of new faces. I mean, I would say over the course of, what, 4 or 5 years now, we've seen, you know, kind of a steady transition, and that's life.
Chase Elliott is the leader of that movement, a Cup champion at just 24 years old when he won in 2020. But even at just 28 now, he's looking over his shoulder at up-and-comers like 26-year-old William Byron. He credits the rise of the young drivers to the next-gen car that was introduced in 2022 to close the gap between teams.
That's what the car brings, you know, with the next-gen car. It's so similar, so I feel like there's no real trends. You got to bring it every single week, and that's what creates that kind of equal playing field that creates so much unpredictability before the season.
This isn't new. Drivers retire often, new ones take their place. Denny Hamlin, one of the most successful drivers competing today, got his launching point in a similar fashion.
One of the key moments, I think, was when Tony Stewart retired from Joe Gibbs Racing. That really got me to be comfortable in my voice within the team. And then as they started retiring, the Jeff Gordons and the Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s and whatnot, then it started to be, well, you're starting to be one of the elder statesmen of the actual Cup Series. So it just kind of took on a natural evolution as guys started retiring. And then, you know, obviously, you know, success always puts you in the spotlight as well.
That spotlight is similar to the circle of life in pro sports. You shine for a bit, but eventually a bulb has to be replaced.
That also means a new opportunity for someone else. And that's an exciting time from a race fan's perspective because you have some new faces and some new names, and you get to pick somebody else, and you can go out there and decide who you want to pull forward, who you hate, who you like, and everything in between.
Well, flashback to Monday night, it was 26-year-old William Byron winning the Daytona 500.
Well, still to come from Atlanta Motor Speedway, driver Todd Gilliland joins us live as he gets ready to tackle AMS. WGXA News is on the road at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and we're back after this break.
Welcome back to the special edition of WGXA News at 5. We are on the road at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Yeah, and joining us live now is driver Todd Gilliland. And Todd, thank you so much for hanging out with us here today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a lot of fun to come out here to Atlanta Motor Speedway, and yeah, you guys have a great view up here, so it's awesome to see.
Yeah, now, your father, David, was a NASCAR driver. How does it feel to be carrying on that tradition for your family?
Yeah, it's definitely really cool. I think you know, that's one of my favorite things about NASCAR as a whole is you end up seeing, you know, a lot of multi-generation you know, families. Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Harrison Burton are still all racing now, and you know, their dads did the same. So yeah, for me, it's I'm a third-generation race car driver. My grandpa, dad, and now myself. So it's really cool to carry that on, and definitely gives us a lot to talk about for sure. And we have a lot in common you know, with racing. You know, along the same lines.
Well, Todd, speaking of family, exactly, I know that for generations you said that you all have been involved in racing. How young were you when you got involved, and when did you know, yeah, I want to do that too?
Yeah, I started racing, you know, competitively in quarter midgets when I was like 5 years old. So I've been at it a long time already, even though I'm only 23 years old. But Yeah, like you mentioned, I grew up, I think I went to my first race like at 2 weeks old with my dad racing, and just eventually going and seeing the cars and all that, you just kind of fall in love for yourself, and yeah, I just definitely couldn't wait to do it for myself, and here we are, many years later, still doing it.
How exciting. Now, you have driven the Daytona 500 track. How do you expect Atlanta to be different or even the same?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of similarities, but there's also, some aspects of it that are just polar opposites. I think, you end up seeing a lot of the same pack racing that you see at Daytona or Talladega, but this racetrack is so challenging. Just being 1.5 miles in length, which is, quite a bit shorter than the other drafting tracks. That means it feels like you're going so much faster through the corners. The racetrack is just so narrow feeling, and that's just stuff we deal with around here in Atlanta, and the new configuration is definitely, like I said, very challenging, but also very fun.
Well, Todd, does it give you extra? I know before we go live, we have the butterflies, and I guess on race day, when you're about to get behind the wheel, when you're about to take off, you still get those butterflies?
Absolutely, yeah. I think I don't know if I'll ever lose them. That's one thing. These cars are fast, and you never know what to expect. Especially in the Cup Series, you have to go out and trust 100% what you're doing from lap 1 of the weekend. So that stuff can be nerve-wracking, but at the same time, you have a lot of trust in everyone around you. And like I said, that's really what it takes. But I'll have nerves tomorrow going out for qualifying, and then definitely doubled for Sunday, and that goes on for another 35 weeks here in the future.
Now, you're saying how nervous you are and all these expectations that you have for yourself. What would you say is your main goal here in Atlanta this week? And of course, everyone wants to win, but is there anything else that you have in mind?
Yeah, so being one race in, Daytona was good in some aspects for us. We led, I think, 16 laps, which is pretty good. We ran up front, gained a lot of respect, but at the same time, we didn't get a good finish. We got caught up in a wreck. So yeah, I'd really like to come out of here with a good finish. Like I mentioned, it's a long season. You got to start racking up the points at some point. So for me, it's about getting a good finish here, putting some points on the board, and from here, really getting settled into the rest of the season.
How exciting!
Yeah,
well, best of luck.
Yeah, best of luck, and it was so great of you to take time out to spend some time with us. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Yep, it was good talking to you guys.
Good talking to you too. Thanks so much, Todd, for being with us.
And it is a great evening and weekend for weather here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, despite there being a little bit of a breeze. I'm at the infield right now. The qualifying racers are going around the track. All the setup is behind me, where the fans will be filling in over the weekend, and the weather really could not be cooperating any bit more. Check out this weekend forecast. Tomorrow, really nice, up to 62. It will be breezy tomorrow still, but still really nice. Sunday for the big race day. Not a cloud in the sky. It's going to be so nice if you're coming up to the raceway, up to 64 degrees. And we do also have something pretty fun happening in the world tonight and tomorrow night. We have the full snow micro moon. The moonrise tonight will be in just a little bit at 5:48. So over the weekend, look up and see the full moon. Now, it's not a super moon, so it's far away from the earth, but it'll be bright and full. It'll be peaking tonight and especially through the day tomorrow. It's called the snow moon because usually in February there's a lot of snow on the ground across the country, but it's not even looking like winter. This weekend, temperatures seasonable into the 60s. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we are surging into the mid-70s before our next weather maker comes through on Wednesday into Thursday with another cold front that knocks us back down to more seasonable levels. But next week is looking really nice for some spring warmth. Tomorrow, if you're coming up for the races, enjoy it. It'll be nice, 60 degrees at 2 o'clock, 59 degrees by 4 for some of the races. So we'll have bright sunshine, but tomorrow will be another breezy day with some gusty winds. Tonight, those winds will calm a little bit, gusting to about 10 miles per hour, but especially tomorrow afternoon around 1 o'clock, those wind gusting to about 30 miles per hour. So it's going to be a little bit blustery for the races tomorrow, but it'll cool it right down in time for the weekend with those winds. Sunday is going to be spectacular. Tonight, with that windy conditions, it'll be seasonable, overnight low down to 43 degrees, and then it'll be a really great weekend for some racing. So in your 10-day forecast tomorrow, it's sunny, it's seasonable, up to 66 degrees with that gusty wind. Sunday, not as bad for the wind, mostly sunny, up to 64. Sunday morning will start a little bit chilly down to the 30s, but check out Monday, bump it up 10 degrees, up to 74 degrees. Tuesday, Tuesday, we do get some clouds developing, but we are in a real spring warmth. Even mornings very mild in the 50s, even in the upper 50s. Wednesday, we hold on to that warmth for one more day, up to 77 with some PM showers. Has a cold front that pushes through, brings us the rain, and then it knocks us back down to more seasonable levels. Thursday, some AM showers, down to 61, and Friday, more showers developing with a high up to around 66 degrees, really getting into that winter-spring mismatch every few days or so. And lastly, there's your Harrison's Body Shop Fishing Game forecast. It's a full moon tonight. Don't go anywhere, though. We got more Atlanta Motor Speedway coverage right after the break.
Fan favorite and Georgia native Chase Elliott says he always looks forward to visiting Atlanta.
His trip even included a stop to the world of Coca-Cola. Elliott joined the fun as fans enjoyed a close-up look at a Coca-Cola racing show car and the pace car that will lead the field here at AMS.
He also got a VIP tour of the world of Coca-Cola, seeing the exhibits for the first time, adding learning about how Coke started was a great experience.
I tell the story all the time, but it's true. When I was a kid, if it wasn't Coca-Cola, I threw it away or peeled the label off of it. So this was a pretty easy transition for me, and to come and learn more about the history of the company was really cool.
It's good days when they come, so hopefully we can have some more of them. But it's been
Well, Chase says he hopes to walk away with his second win at AMS this weekend.
Well, coming up next, we take you live to the Fan Zone. It's a place where you can have some fun in between all of the racing action. Check it out next.
Well, fans are excited about the racing action that they will see this weekend, but there's so much more to do.
Let's check in with Brianna Cook. She's in the Fan Zone. Hey, Brianna, how's it looking?
Hey, Greg and Amanda. I'm standing right here in the Fan Zone, and I'm outside the Lumberjack exhibit. Now, they are doing log rolling here. Now, this is free entertainment for anybody that is coming to the races. Now, this is not the only thing they have. As you can see, they are enjoying themselves. There is climbing over there. There are chainsaw events. Now, when you do come to the Fan Zone, you can listen to music, you can ride rides, and like I said, this is just free entertainment. And our friends fell into the water, but if you come to these races, make sure to stop here in between the races, bring your kids, and just have fun. Back to you, Greg and Amanda.
Brianna, we can tell you are having fun out there. We love that. Well, coming up in our second half hour, one of the sport's most iconic voices will hang up the microphone after the season, hear his story and how Atlanta Motor Speedway is honoring him.
Our second half hour from AMS is up next.
You are looking live over Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Well, it's officially race weekend here in Georgia, and we could not be more excited.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into a special edition of WGXA News at 5. We're on the road today. I'm Greg Lloyd.
And I'm Amanda Peralta. We're live today at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's week number 2 on the NASCAR schedule, and we can't wait for the high-banked action right here at AMS.
In our second half hour, we're sitting down with 4 drivers from Stewart-Haas Racing as they get ready for Atlanta. Plus, a racing broadcast legend is set to retire this year, and we're telling his story.
But first, we've got to find out what Mother Nature has planned for this race weekend. And Greg, I gotta say, it's off to a beautiful start. We've been here all day. The weather is beautiful, and I'm excited to see what it has in store.
It is. Let's head out to meteorologist Ryan Miranda, who's keeping an eye on that forecast for us. Hey, Ryan.
Hi, Greg, Amanda. I can see you guys out from the window over here. I'm standing out in the midfield where it's a really comfortable evening for the qualifiers. The only caveat, it's a little bit windy, and we did have the showers this morning. I'm standing in front of the Air Titans. They shoot pressurized air onto the tracks when it's wet so you can dry it and clean it off. The good news, these will be parked here all weekend because, well, they won't need them. It's going to be a spectacular weekend for some racing. It's pretty unusual that the racing weekend happens here in Atlanta in February. I mean, when you think of the month of February, you think of cold, you think speaking of wet, and that is the complete opposite case this weekend. Tomorrow for the Truck and Infinity Series, it's a little bit chilly, but it's really nice, up to 62 degrees. That sunshine makes a big difference, but tomorrow will also be windy with winds gusting up to about 30 miles per hour. Sunday for the big racing day, amazing, not a cloud in the sky, 64 degrees, perfect weekend for some racing up here in Atlanta. And satellite radar is showing the front that gave us some showers this morning is clearing out. So we have a clearing sky. It is, though, a little bit breezy with that drier air that's filtering in, but there's really no cold air behind it. We made it into the 70s today, still 71 in McRae, 69 right now in Macon, and 67 degrees in Roberta. So if you're heading out tonight, it will be a little bit on the breezy side, 54 degrees at 10 o'clock, but that wind should help keep things a little bit more mixed up, so we won't be dropping below freezing overnight tonight. And if you're coming up Sunday, grab the sunglasses. It's going to be spectacular. 60 degrees at 2 o'clock, temperatures in the upper 50s by the end of the race by around 6 o'clock. And then we really spring into spring next week. I'll show you that coming up in the full Skywatch weather forecast. Greg, Amanda, back to you.
Thank you, Ryan. Now is a great time to race. To download the WGXA weather app, just scan the QR code on your screen, download the app straight to your smartphone. That way you can keep an eye on the forecast hour by hour right here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Ryan is back in less than 20 minutes with your 10-day forecast. All right, thanks, Ryan. And joining us now is Cole Custer. We're glad to have you with us today. Thanks for your time, Cole.
Yeah, thanks for having me come on.
Well, one of the first things we wanted to ask you is that you have at least 13 career wins under your belt at the Xfinity level. How are you feeling right now being here at Atlanta Motor Speedway as you anticipate the weekend races?
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, when you look at Atlanta, I mean, it's always one of the craziest races of the year. Ever since they repaved it, I mean, we run inches apart from one another at some of the highest speeds that we go on the whole schedule. So it always makes for a crazy race and a lot of crazy wrecks.
Now, Cole, we were talking about how exciting it is and having the fans out there on race day. When you're behind the wheel on race day, what does that feel like? How do you handle the adrenaline and the excitement?
Man, I mean, you just try and take some deep breaths. You know, I think it's something that you get more used to as a driver. Just as the years go by, you're able to calm down a little bit. But it's nothing like it. You know, people in the stands, all the campers that are here is pretty impressive. So when you roll into the track, there's nothing like it.
Well, Cole, what started your interest in racing?
Well, I started when I was 4 or 5 years old, and my dad got me into it when I was really young, and kind of just worked up from there. But you know, all the Sundays when my friends were out playing in the yard, I was in the house watching the NASCAR race. You know, so it's pretty surreal to get to be doing it now.
Now, you've been racing for quite a few years, so what would you say you are most proud of? What is that one accomplishment that you really makes you just smile with pride?
I mean, I gotta say the Xfinity Championship for sure last year. That was definitely a huge thing for me, my family, everybody at our team at SHR, Haas Automation. It was just such an awesome day, and I think also that maybe rivals that is maybe my one Cup win that I have at Kentucky. But still, I mean, both those days are days I won't ever forget.
And I imagine when you're in the moment and you're racing and you see all the people in the stands, the fans, it's probably hard not to feed off their energy and excitement.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you win the race and you see all the fans on the front stretch, like, there's no other feeling like that. So being able to see all those people so excited, and we just want to put on a good show for them. You know, I mean, we go out there and race as hard as we can every week, and hopefully put on a good show for the fans.
And what does something like this mean for your family?
It's huge. I mean, I think my parents got me into it when I was so young, and I think for them, how much work they've put into it. You know, I would never be here without them. So it definitely means a ton to our whole family, and just want to do everybody proud.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us. And we actually caught up with 2 more of Cole's teammates, Chase Briscoe and Ryan Preece, and we'll have that story coming up.
It is on the horizon and coming off a successful 2023 season with 4 top 5 and 8 top 10 finishes. Chase Briscoe says he is ready for the challenge and excited to compete in Atlanta.
Definitely a super speedway style race, but your car handles and balances more like an intermediate. So it's probably the most challenging track I feel like we go to from that standpoint.
Despite what felt like a long offseason to him, Briscoe was ready to hit the track with his teammates.
I definitely felt like a long offseason, so I've been pretty ready to go for a while now. So yeah, looking forward to finally getting going. It's going to be nice just for us, at least on the 14 team, to be able to kind of hit that reset button and start fresh with everybody.
Atlanta Motor Speedway repaved their track after the 2021 season, adding 4 degrees of banking, bringing the total to 28 degrees in the turns, making the track more challenging and causing Briscoe to compare it to the Daytona International Speedway.
Yeah, I don't think it changes how you go into it, but it definitely really changes a lot after. Those two races are two races where the results can really be changed really quickly based on something that you had nothing to do with.
After winning his first ever Cup Series pole in Martinsville Speedway last season, Ryan Preece is excited to continue the winning streak this season.
Obviously, our goals we've been pretty loud about them. We need to get Stewart Haas Racing and everybody back into victory lane and start hanging banners again.
The high banks and new strategies at Atlanta Motor Speedway don't scare Preece.
I feel really good about it. Obviously, just because when you look at our super speedway track record from a speed standpoint and our company and how many laps we were able to lead last year at some of these super speedways, we were really, really good.
Preece says he has one goal aside from bringing home the trophy.
The biggest thing, if you can't win, is to really put some serious points on the board and be able to drive out of that tunnel on my own.
Both drivers have their expectations set and are looking forward to a great race on Sunday.
Well, there are a lot of voices that once you hear them, you're instantly connected to a certain sport.
For example, Al Michaels in football and Dick Vitale in college basketball. An iconic voice in NASCAR is set to retire at the end of this racing season. Heather Williams caught up with Doug Rice ahead of this weekend's race here at AMS.
For more than 3 decades, Doug Rice has been one of the voices of NASCAR for fans that can't make it to the track. But this season will be his final calling races. I caught up with the broadcasting legend to find out why he thought now is the right time to hang up the mic.
This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
His voice has reverberated over the roar of engines in the NASCAR garage for 36 years.
Chris Busch's car flipping in the infield grasses and barrel rolls a half a dozen times before it finally comes to rest on its roof.
And from a young age, Doug Rice knew that he wanted to be painting pictures for listeners on the radio.
When I was coming along, the only big league sport in North Carolina was stock car racing. And I thought, well, if I want to do something above the level of what I'm doing, it has to be NASCAR.
During his time in the sport, Doug has not only called NASCAR races, but also podcasts and even video games.
It's definitely not a joyride. 400 miles here at this concrete monster.
But the thing that sticks out the most in his mind is the day he got to call 1,000 miles of racing as part of both the Indy 500 and Coca-Cola 600 broadcasts in 2015.
I went to Indianapolis for 3 days leading up to the 99th running of the 500 and learned as much about IndyCar racing as I could. And then I worked pit road during the race. And then they put us on a plane, hustled them down to Charlotte, and that's where I anchored the Coca-Cola 600 call. Now the checkered flag for Kyle Larson.
Now, Doug feels like it's time to slow things down a bit.
I've done this for 36 years, and I want to do some other things in my life that don't involve always having to look at the NASCAR schedule to do them.
But before he calls his final season on the NASCAR broadcast, he has one more thing to check off his bucket list, which he will get to do when the green flag drops on the Daytona 500.
The Motor Racing Network has about 60% of the races, PRN does the rest, but they always have the Daytona 500. So when they got wind that I was retiring at the end of the year, they invited me to come over and basically make a cameo appearance on their broadcast for the Daytona 500.
And Doug tells me he's still going to be hanging around the sport, so you're not quite getting rid of him yet. He's just not going to travel as much as he used to. At the Daytona International Speedway, I'm Heather Williams.
All right, and Doug did get to call a portion of the Daytona 500 on Monday, and here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the track is honoring his career this weekend.
Doug will serve as the Grand Marshal this weekend, including the call for drivers to start their engines. WGXA News congratulates him on an amazing career.
Well, some of NASCAR's biggest moments have happened right here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Let's take a trip down memory lane as we get ready for the new moments this weekend.
The season finale was here at AMS in 1992. That race had it all. Fans got the debut of Jeff Gordon. The King Richard Petty hung up his helmet for the last time. And Bill Elliott went home the winner in a great championship battle with the late Alan Kulwicki.
Let's fast forward 8 years to 2000. Blink twice or you'll miss it. Dale Earnhardt beats Bobby Labonte in a photo finish. It doesn't get more exciting than that. Well, maybe it does here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
A year later in the 2001 spring race, Kevin Harvick beat Jeff Gordon in the closest finish at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That was Harvick's first win and only his third start. He was put in the car after Dale Earnhardt died in a crash in the Daytona 500 just 3 weeks earlier.
Let's go to the spring race in 2005. Carl Edwards earned his first Cup win with a last lap pass on Jimmy Johnson. It was the first of many wins and backflips from Edwards.
And how can we forget the AMS race in 2011? Two legends dueling it out on the track. Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson battle it out for the win.
The spring race in 2021 marked the final race on the old track. It was a battle of the Busch brothers. It wasn't the first time Kurt and Kyle went after each other. This time, Kurt came out on top.
A year later in 2022, history was made at AMS. The newly configured track turned the race into a drafting style event. The young William Byron scored the win on the newly paved surface.
All right, after the break, Amanda and I will speak with NASCAR driver Riley Herbst. You don't want to miss it. NASCAR driver Riley Herbst. And Riley, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, I was very curious to ask you this. I know that you won your first career Xfinity Series race in Las Vegas back in October, and that's also your hometown. How did that feel happening on your home turf?
It was awesome, just winning that first Xfinity race for myself and having it be at my hometown where I grew up and going to races as a fan and watching my heroes race. So it was really cool to win there, and hopefully we can get some more this weekend.
Now, you're just coming off driving in the Daytona 500. What was that experience like?
The experience of the Daytona 500 is awesome. Just being in the Great American Race is one of the best experiences of all time, and we had a really solid running. I learned a bunch, and looking forward to using that experience this weekend and for the months ahead.
Now, you said about using that experience this weekend. How do you think that experience will compare to racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway?
I think racing is racing. It's always good to get behind the wheel. Obviously, Daytona and Atlanta are two very different racetracks. They're kind of similar in the way they race, but with this being a whole mile shorter than Daytona, it's definitely going to race a little bit different, so we'll see how that unfolds.
How did you get interested in racing?
Well, honestly, I was just truly a race fan. Just growing up with my family, watching racing on the couch, watching NASCAR, all that fun stuff, and just went to my local short track and started at a young age, about 8 years old, and continued to just climb the ladder. Now we're in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, so it's pretty surreal to say that, and just very fortunate to be here.
Living your dream. That is
yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I was about to say, living your dream, that must be so cool. How do you think that the energy of the fans really plays into your performance?
The fans give good energy. It's awesome when the stands are full. So hopefully we'll have a good crowd here this weekend in Atlanta. The weather should be good, so I'm excited for it.
And Riley, from what I understand, your family is into off-road racing, and do you still kind of do that as a hobby?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, they're pretty predominant in the off-road out west where I grew up in the Nevada, California desert. So sometimes when we're off season of NASCAR, I like to hang out with my friends and family and go out and race in the desert. So it's a cool little hobby that they like to do, and sometimes I participate.
You hear a lot of people say, a lot of young people, that they would like to be a NASCAR driver. What would be your advice to someone who aspires to be where you are now?
Just go to your local short track, sign up for club races, go-kart races. That's how I started, and continue to work hard and just don't give up.
Now, you started at a really young age, and if you think you could do anything differently, what would it be?
Honestly, I don't really think I'd do much differently, because what I did got me to this position, and I never really thought I'd be here right now. So I'm very fortunate to be here, and just looking to hopefully I can capitalize on it this year and hopefully this weekend.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank you for taking time out to talk to us today, and we want to wish you luck in the race.
Thank you so much.
I don't think it could be a better weekend for some racing in the month of February. We'll have bright sunshine. I'm out here in the infield where the qualifiers are going on, hearing some of the racers go around the track. Definitely really loud behind me. You got all the stands where the fans will be filling in over the next few days. And Club 1 up there, that's where Greg and Amanda is. Hi, guys. If you can see me outside the window out in the field, there's a lot of people that are actually out here. These are some of the air titans that they sprayed this morning, that pressurized air to dry off the tracks. These will be stuck here all weekend. weekend long. No sort of rain. People are all camping out here, getting ready for the big weekend for the racing, so it's going to be really great. And the weather really couldn't cooperate any more, really. When you normally think of February, you think it's going to be cold, it's going to be rainy, but this weekend is going to be a complete anomaly. It's going to be really nice, despite a little bit of some wind. So check out this weekend forecast. Tomorrow for the Truck and Infinity Series, it's really nice. 62 degrees by the afternoon. It will be on the breezy side tomorrow with winds gusting up to about 30 miles per hour, so it'll make it feel a little bit colder. But Sunday for the Better Health 400, picture perfect weather. Grab the sunglasses if you're coming out. Not a cloud in the sky. Up to 64 degrees by the afternoon, so it is going to be really nice. Now also, we have a full moon happening this weekend. It's the full snow. It's a micro moon, so compared to a super moon, this one's actually going to be farther away. It's not going to look bright and big, but it'll be full. The moonrise is actually right now. It's about right now at 5:48, and it'll really be peaking tomorrow. So look up and see the moon this weekend. We'll have some moonlit skies and some warmer air that'll be filtering in all this weekend, and the first half of next week will be dry, but then I'm tracking a front that will come through likely Wednesday into Thursday that will bring some scattered showers and then drop temperatures back down to more seasonable levels. But in the meantime, we are really going to be warming up this weekend. It's seasonal with temperatures in the 60s. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we are all up into the mid 70s, even could be nearing 80-degree areas for some areas south and east. But once that cold front pushes through for the middle of next week, we will drop down to more seasonable levels as we get towards Monday and on to Tuesday. So if you're coming up tomorrow for the race, it will be a little bit breezy. 60 degrees by 2 o'clock for the races. A few clouds, temperatures into the mid-50s by around 6 o'clock. Now that wind tonight should keep the atmosphere a little bit more mixed up, so we won't be dropping really near freezing despite all the clearing skies. We have gusts about 5 a.m., about 10 miles per hour, but they really ramp up through the day tomorrow. So if you're coming out here, you will still likely want a jacket. That breeze is going to make it feel a little bit colder, but at least the sunshine will be out, and that really does make it a big difference. So for tonight, with that windy conditions kind of mixing up the atmosphere, things are a little bit more seasonable. Overnight low making down to 43 degrees, and then it's going to be a really nice weekend with some spring warm up as we get towards next week. So in your 10-day forecast tomorrow, enjoy that sunshine. 66 degrees. It's sunny, but it's a little bit breezy. Now, once that wind does die down on Saturday night, temperatures will tumble for Sunday morning down right near the freezing mark. Waking up for Sunday, really want the winter gear there. Up to 64 by the afternoon, so it's really nice, mostly sunny. And then temperatures are off to the races. 74 degrees on Monday. Then check out the overnight lows as we get towards next week into the 50s. Tuesday, get some clouds beginning to come up to 77 degrees. And then really the next big thing that you'll have to watch for some sort of weather makers will come likely Wednesday night into Thursday with that cold front. In the meantime, we're just going to be really warm. So Wednesday, we're watching for some scattered showers, still very mild, up to 77 degrees. Thursday, temperatures tumble down once that cold front pushes through up to 61. Friday, some showers developing, 66 degrees. Even next weekend does look like we'll have some showers around, but we'll be watching that really Wednesday, Thursday. We have a few days to really iron out those details. And lastly, there's your Herbst's Body Shop Fishing Game forecast. It's a full moon, don't forget. We've got more coverage coming up after the break.
Well, NASCAR fans can look forward to the return of Trackside Live with Kenny Wallace, John Roberts, and Jose Castillo. The popular pre-race show is set to kick off its nationwide tour right here at Atlanta Motor Speedway on Sunday.
The trio says you can expect a lot of fun and laughs before the green flag flies. Plus, they'll have some of your favorite drivers stopping by to chat. Don't go anywhere. We'll wrap up our hour at AMS up next.
Well, the Atlanta chapter of Speedway's Children Charities spent the off-season giving back. They awarded 24 organizations grants that will help their efforts in assisting children in the region. A total of $105,000 was given out.
Today is what we work all year for. So, throughout the year we raise money to give out to worthwhile organizations that help children. So today we had the opportunity to have these organizations come to Victory Lane, get their money, and then drive the track. It was very rewarding, and it's what we work for all year.
The charity holds fundraisers each year alongside events here at AMS, including their annual Kids Win Golf Tournament.
And just last night, more money raised by Speedway Children's Charities with their Laps for Charity event. It allowed people to get a taste of the action here at AMS by taking a few laps around the track. And the money raised will go towards the efforts by SCC.
Well, we want to thank you for being with us, everyone, as we wrap up this hour. And Amanda, I got to ask you, as a first-time visitor to the Atlanta Motor Speedway, impressions, because I know that you've really been taking it in.
Yeah, I mean, I am impressed, I would say, has been the main word. The facilities are amazing. Everyone has been so nice, so kind. Everyone has been patient with all the questions that I have. And overall, just the track was so impressive. I got an opportunity to go down there and the adrenaline. I know that a lot of people watch this sport and it's for the adrenaline, and I get it. After coming here today, I might just be NASCAR's biggest fan at this point.
Well, we were talking and we were wondering if you at home could hear the roar of the cars behind us, and I think that you can. So it's really powerful. So it's amazing. That's one of the things that just stays with me, in addition to all the stuff going on here race-wise. Atlanta Motor Speedway always has something happening that's fun. So glad you could be here with us, and glad all of you could be here with us as well. Thanks for watching.
See you all at 6 on ABC 16.